Hey there guys, so with the release of Cruella last week, I thought it was a perfect opportunity to go back and rewatch all the previous 101 Dalmatian films and rank them all. And some of them I watched as a kid, so this was a fun nostalgic trip. At last place is the live action 102 Dalmatians, the sequel to the live action remake that nobody asked for. Now I remember having this on DVD as a kid, and I think I watched it several times, but I couldn't remember it till I rewatched it the other day, and that's how forgettable it is. Now, the whole idea about Cruella de Vil, who's going for like psychological therapy to rewrite her mind so she can be a nice person, is way complicated for kids, and I think it will go right over their heads. But this film has puppies, and it's not cute. It doesn't have any charm to it, and how much I really like Glenn Close as playing this iconic character. The film doesn't really give her any justice. I mean, this film is just lame as hell. I mean, I'm surprised this film got an Academy Award nomination for Best Costume Design. And number 4 is the dated live action remake of 101 Dalmatians. Now, I've only watched this the first time like the other week, and I was a bit impressed because there are subtleties of greatness in this. I mean, Glenn Close's Cruella de Vil is great, but the rest of the cast is a ton of fun. I mean, you have Hugh Laurie in this film, and I liked how they changed it up from the original source material to make it a bit more modernized. I like the idea of Roger, who's not really a songwriter in this. He's a game developer. The dogs are cute, but I think due to the fact this film takes, well, it was released in the 90s, I think it feels really restrained to what it can really do. And the second half of the film, it basically becomes Home Alone with dogs and farm animals, and it's no surprise. I mean, the person who wrote this was John Hughes, who worked on Home Alone, but it really becomes like slapstick comedy in the 90s way, which isn't great and feels dated. And number 3 is the straight-to-video 101 Dalmatians Patch's London Adventure. Now, whenever we talk about the Disney sequels that go to straight-to-video, they're normally misses compared to hits, but this one is a hidden gem. It has a really nice story to it. It has some really cool ideas like Cruella de Vil returning, Patch feeling left out, the family moving to a farm, you have this dog movie star, and it's an innocent little entertaining movie. It's in the middle for me. I'm not saying it's great, but if you're comparing it to like the other Disney sequels that go straight to video, this would be top tier. I mean, the animation has been updated, but it just feels more fresh. It doesn't feel too different, and I'm happy about that. It's not the same voice cast from before, but they do a really decent job. I mean, yeah, I mean, this one ticks all the boxes for whenever it comes down to like the Disney sequels that go straight to video. And number 2 is Cruella. Now, I originally thought, how can you do a film about an iconic Disney villain? And yes, we have the Maleficent films, but this one skins puppies. But this one, Cruella moved away from that and made her an anti-hero. And I think Emma Stone does a terrific performance. The rest of the cast is strong. I mean, they did some really interesting ideas with Cruella and her backstory. I really dig the gritty and blunt vibe of London. The issue is with the film, and I said it before in my review, that the film is way too long. You could have cut like half an hour from it. And also how much I really liked Emma Stone as Cruella. I don't believe she can be the villain that we all know. So at first place, of course, is the iconic 101 Dalmatians, the one that started all the way back from 1961. Now, whenever we talk about Disney animated films, especially the classic ones like this one is solid, but it's not one I could talk about for hours, but it's still a classic. I mean, on paper it sounds basic, but there's so many themes to this film that we forget. I mean, it starts off as a love story about these dogs and their owners, but then there's that emotional silent minute when you think one of the newborn puppies died, and then when you get to like the third act of the film, it becomes a heist, and at the last 10 minutes is really intense because you think the dogs are so close to getting home, but Cruella is only like one step behind. And yeah, I had this one on VHS as a kid, so I have a lot of nostalgic for this one. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Go like, share and subscribe. Let me know, where would you rank all the 101 Dalmatian films? Go comment down below. Go check out my Facebook, my Twitter and my Instagram page. You guys are awesome. I got your back.